What's up, demons? It's me, your boy. Welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm really excited to be here today in the midst of a mental breakdown in the middle of dress rehearsal weekend. And I just am struggling a little bit. I'm having a mental breakdown because school is hard and I am struggling. And mental breakdowns just consistently make me feel about my own demise, which means that today we're going to be talking about one of my 8 near-death experiences. So, the one I'm going to be telling you guys today is easily my favorite one to tell because it's so crazy that we have to talk about it sometimes, just to remind ourselves. I'm going to be doing my makeup, by the way. Oh. Because it's dress rehearsal. So basically, this was 4 years ago maybe. And we were at this state park. It was called Hocking Hills National State Park. It's really famous in whatever state we were in. We were on our way back from a vacation, and we decided just to stop on through, Because we didn't want to go home yet. And so we were stopping through this national park. That's not what I freaking wanted to do. Okay. Frick me. We were stopping through this state park. And we were just hiking. It was very pretty. I would 10 out of 10 recommend going to this park. Me telling this story is not me trashing on this park or anything. Because it was actually a really nice place and all the staff was amazing or whatever. But when this happened, I wouldn't want to go back there. Just, memories. I mean, that's not even, and we're gonna have to deal with that. Okay. And so basically, there's this thing in the park called the Devil's Bathtub. And if that wasn't already a bad omen for me, I don't know what was. Basically, what the Devil's Bathtub is what happens if you fall in is that it sucks you to the bottom so fast that you drown, and then they can't even get your corpse out. So I decided to investigate a little closer. And you can imagine what happens next. I was like, I'm just gonna look at this a little closer. So I started walking down the rocks to get to look into the whirlpool, because I was like, what if I saw a corpse? Story time. So then I was standing above it, and at that moment I didn't know what was going to happen if I were to fall into this water. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go for a nice little swim. It's gonna be an all around great time should I fall. And no, it wasn't going to be. So, no, frick. I got really close to it, and then I heard my mom, reading what it was. And I got down to, where the rocks get, really slippery and spooky and scary. It looks so bad. I don't know how to do makeup. Okay. My mom said if you fall in, then you get sucked to the bottom, and they'll never even find your body. And I was like, excuse me? And it was rough, guys. So I started yelling. I was like, Dad, get down here, save my life. I'm going to die. And he didn't at first. He was like, just turn around and climb back up. And I was like, you know what? So I turned around and I started trying to walk back up, but then I slipped on the rocks. I fell onto my stomach and I started sliding back towards the bathtub. And that was actually the scariest moment of my entire life. I was sliding towards this pool of imminent death. And I was like, oh. So then I grabbed on to a bush. Yeah, I grabbed onto a bush. And it was wild. My mom started yelling at my dad to go get me. And he was like, what the frick? So he came down and he got me. He grabbed my arms and he just pulled me back up onto where it wasn't wet anymore. He pulled me up to where it wasn't wet anymore, and I just kind of cried for a little while. Yeah. I cried for a lot of time after that. And that was like my fourth near death experience. So you would think that I would have been used to it by then, but in all the other situations, I was able to save myself. And in this situation, someone like had to come and help me so fast. It was actually so scary. This is not even. But not being able to save yourself is like actually really scary. Like knowing that there's nothing you can do is not a great environment to be in. I'm not done with my makeup yet. I'm gonna tell you guys a ghost story. If you don't believe in ghosts, click off of this video like now, because you're not gonna believe the story I'm about to tell you if you do not believe in these other beings living on this earth with us. So basically, my house is haunted. This is something that I've known since I was like a small child. Why is my hair doing that? Okay, and it hasn't been great knowing that I'm living with a ghost in my house. Like I've seen things move. I've seen things like in the night, like shadows in my room of people. And one day something happened that just like confirmed the fact that someday I'm going to be murdered in this house. I saw an unbelievable amount of things in like 2-minute period. It was crazy. So I was in my basement, which is terrifying, by the way. I hate being down there alone. But I was trying to get like tissue paper to put in a gift, because I was gonna give someone a gift that day, because it was someone's birthday. So I was getting this tissue paper, and I heard this like slamming noise. We keep like a safe in the basement. It's like this big thing, and I heard something like hit it, and I was like, what the frick? And I was like, Dad? Because like, was he down there? Was he just trying to spook me? And no one responded because it was the ghost. And I was like, I love that for me. So I started panicking, and I was like, okay. So I got the tissue paper a lot faster, but I couldn't find the freaking white tissue paper. Like I couldn't find it. All we had was like yellows and greens and stuff, and I was like, what the heck, why don't we have any plain white tissue paper? And it was because the ghost just decided to end me right then and there. So then there's also this really creepy bathroom that I've never used down there that's actually terrifying. It's like where all the spiders go to multiply. And it was not great because this like whatever freaking demon was down there with me decided that it was time for it to use the restroom, which I'm pretty sure ghosts can't go to the bathroom. Like all you little ghosty experts, like tell me in the comments, do ghosts use the bathroom? So I was like, this is amazing. And then the light to the bathroom freaking turned on. I was like, hello. And so the light to the bathroom turned on, and I was like, that's not great for me. But then the door like swung shut, and I was like, I want to die. But I wasn't leaving without my tissue paper. So then the freaking toilet flushed, and the door opened, and the light turned off. So like something was in there, and I can't deal with that. I can't deal with knowing that there is a ghost in this house waiting to get me. Because it's obviously gonna come for me, you know, with my luck. Pranked. We're thriving. watching this video, I apologize for my actions. Like, James Charles would literally be screaming right now. So anyway, guys, we talked about death today. We talked about ghosts today. And I'm honestly just living my best life. Still having mental breakdown. This is the second time I've had to wear makeup this week. I'm still in my PJs. I have to leave in like 20 minutes. And I still have to like clean and get ready. And I'm just not thriving the way that I usually would be. And I don't even know if I'm going to be able to edit and upload this on time because of my rehearsals. So we are living. We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. So anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed my stories today. If you want to hear anything else from me, just make sure to leave it in the comments, like my other 7 near-death experience stories that are actually all wild, and most of them are drowning. I'm pretty sure Poseidon is just out to get me. And just make sure to, I don't know, give this a thumbs up. I don't know how to be a YouTuber. And on that note, ooh, wah, ah, ah.